ready to get inspired. This is the Go for the Goldy podcast.
Hey, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021. And I don't care what the groundhog says about 6 more months of winter. I'm excited for our guest today because she's actually the first active professional I've had on the show. So give a warm welcome to Alissa Doehla, professional triathlete. Alissa, what's happening?
Hey, thanks so much for having me on.
Whoa, since we did the pre-show and now we got glasses. That surprised me.
Figured I should protect my eyes from blue light.
That's a good move. Yeah, I'm just letting it rip over here. So yeah. So what's going on? First of all, I want to give you a chance to introduce yourself. Basically who you are, what you do, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm a professional triathlete. This is my year as a pro, I think, with some interruptions. COVID, obviously, and a pickup truck hitting me in 2018 that kind of knocked out 2018. So I'd say I've had 2 solid years as a pro and 2 iffy ones. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience. I was after college and just kind of decided to make the switch to triathlon and got my pro card in 2016. So
that's incredible.
It's been an interesting ride.
And I remember the 2016 because I met you at that race in Omaha, and I had been following you, and you were like, "You're Go for the Goldy," and I was like, "Yeah." And you're like, "How'd you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I came in like 180th place, and I'm like, "How did you do?" And you're like, "Well, I won." And I'm like, "You won your age group?" And you're like, "No." And I'm like, "What?" I was so excited to meet you. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was really fun. My husband and I were just talking about that. He was like, "Is that the only time we've actually ever met him?" And I was like, "Yeah, that is." And we were both just like, it was so funny because we just recognized you from Instagram. We loved following you and just your experience with triathlon. So it was just kind of a fun, whoa, hey.
That's what
randomly running into you at the races.
That's what before we even met each other, I was drawing a lot of inspiration from you because you're an animal. I put in the description that you're just a beast. You grind it out, and it's exciting and inspiring to be around. Not even be around, but use social media as a way to surround yourself with super motivated people. And you're at the peak of the sport, which is really cool to see and have you on the show. So I'd love to talk about. You said you were a professional runner, first before you got into triathlon. So. What does being a professional runner entail? And what does that look like as a career?
Yeah, so I feel like it's kind of ever evolving. When I came out of college, the groups have kind of changed now, but there were some just different training groups around the country that were focused on giving kids post-collegiately a chance to focus solely on training. NCAA champion out of college. I was an NCAA All-American across country, but wasn't a champion at cross or the 10K or something. So didn't have a huge sponsorship waiting for me coming out, and not even huge sponsorships. There aren't really. Just any different training groups around. But one that is now called Shoes, but at the time they were Zap, and it's located in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Well, actually, I think they just stopped. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing now, but at the time they were in Blowing all together at this sort of retreat center. And so how they funded it was donations, but then we had adult running camps in the summer, or college teams would come, or high school teams, and we made a stipend, and we had room and board covered and health insurance, which was huge. But in return we ran, but then we were the bus boys, we were the lawn care, we were the maids, we were transportation for people. And it was honestly the most amazing. It's over 4 years, and it's a beautiful part of the country if you've never been there. It's the upper north. People kind of know where Boone is, but incredible. And so just got to focus on running and get paid to do it. And You make prize money too at race. It was really cool, and I loved it. And I made 2 world championship teams, so got to represent